my friend, welcome back to our reading class with Miss Anita. I am so happy to have you here today. In today's lesson, we are going to learn another digraph. But before we do that, let's quickly go through the ones we already know so that we do not forget them. Please say the letter sounds out loud with me, okay? A-Y tray, A. Your turn. Amazing. O-U mouth, ow. Your turn. Excellent. Okay. Today we are thinking about a new letter sound. Friend, I and E together make the sound I. Say I. For this letter sound, we pretend that we are fixing the note, that's the note of our tie and say I, okay? Can you do that as you say the sound I? I. Excellent. Good job. Now, friend, these two letters also spell the sound E, okay? So I and E make the sound I like in tie, but I and E also make the sound E like in field. All right? So every time you come across I and E in a word, you have to check, is it I sound or are they making the E sound? You have to try out both versions and check which one sounds familiar or which one make sense. All right? Great. All right. My turn, your turn. I-E, tie, I. Your turn. My turn. I-E, tie, I. Your turn. Now, our turn. Let's do it together. I-E, tie, I. Remember, I-E make the sound I or E. I, E. I, E. I, E. Excellent. Now, friend, do we know any other way of spelling I sound? I think we do. In workbook 3, we learned that IGH make the sound I, like in light. And now Miss Anita is telling you that I and E also make the sound I. Now the big question is, when do we spell with IE or IGH to make the I sound? Now, friend, every time we sound out a word and we hear I sound in the middle or at the end, and sometimes at the end, like in the word high, but that is rare, we spell with IGH. Now, every time you sound out a word and you hear I in the middle, having the t sound at the end, you have to spell with IGH to make that I sound. Now, every time you sound out a word and you hear I at the end, you have to spell that I sound with IE, okay? Or sometimes when you hear D or S at the end, like tried, cried, cries, fries, that's when you use IE in the middle. But every time you sound out and hear I and the word has T at the end, spell with IGH. All right. We are becoming more advanced, so we are looking at alternative spellings. All right, good. Okay, are you ready to attack a word and be able to read it? I think you are. Okay, all right. Do we have any digraphs in this word? Yes, we do. We have IE, which make the sound I. Do we see any single letter sounds in this word? Yes, we do. We have T, which is making the sound T on its own. Okay, great. Now, let us sound out the word. Your turn. Good. Blend the letter sounds. read the word. Which word have you read? Amazing, great. Okay, all right, my turn. I. Blend the slow way. Tie. Faster way. Tie. The word is tie. Dad has a stripy tie. Okay, let's have a go with another word. Word attack. I want you to use your detective eyes to see, to check out all the letter sound types in this word. Do we have any digraphs in this word? Yes, we do. We have C and H, which make the sound ch. We have I and E, which make the sound I or E. We have F, which make the sound f. Let us sound it out. My turn. Ch, I, f. Blend, chive. Now, friend, do we read it? Have you ever heard of the word chive? Let's try the E version and see if it makes sense. Ch, E, f. Blend, chief. The word is chief. Chief sounds familiar. Now, friend, that is the trick. You have to check both versions and check which one sounds familiar or which one makes sense. We said chief and you said, it doesn't make sense. We tried E and it made sense. So that's how you are going to attack words that have IE in them. You have to try both of them, I or E. All right? And read out loud the word to check which one sounds familiar or which one makes more sense. Okay? All right. Okay? All right. In your workbook, you have a reading task to do. Okay? Where are you? You are going to read words that have I sound in them. Okay? Like I told you, if a word ends with D, we are allowed to use IE in the middle. If a word ends with S, which makes Z sound sometimes, we are allowed to spell that word with IE. All right? Okay. You have to check. You're going to try. You have to check, is it E or I? All right. Pause the video and have a go at reading these words. Once you're done, you are going to keep your workbook in a safe place because tomorrow we have a spelling lesson.